Hey guys, my name's James.
My name's Corwyn.
And welcome to another riveting episode, another installment. I was going to say inclusion, but that's not it. Installment of This Movie's Gay. See,
You fucked it up so that I couldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because you would be fucking it up if you said it with me.
No, I'm fucking it up.
Corwyn, I have
my goddamn
news.
job. What's your news?
Oh, we are moving.
Yeah, you told me.
But no,
stream.
we got the lease.
Oh,
It's all
nice.
set.
It's all set in stones.
Yes. Still going to be in the
Multiple
same
stones.
neighborhood, but more towards western than the current road that we're near.
Okay.
I don't want to say the current road we're near in case some
I know.
freaks come out at night.
Well, the people that are still trying to pinpoint your location from that one time that you announced it.
Yeah.
That you challenged, I guess. I don't know what it was.
Who knows? I don't even know the things I said 5 minutes ago.
I don't even know the things you said 5 minutes ago. And I'm pretty sure the only reason that we know anything that you said is because you go and edit these and then you're like, oh, okay.
And listeners will remind us, but not in full detail, so we're still iffy on the details. They just say like, I think I know where you live. And I'm like, but why?
But why?
What do you get out of it? Please inform me. Tell me what episode it was.
Or they just tweet laughter, and I'm like, shit, what'd I say? What happened?
I don't get those tweets. What they just happening? Because I know,
That's okay.
I know people are listening because last week, Corwyn, we broke our record.
We broke our record.
Yeah, we need to
for
start
listens.
We got to start putting ads on every episode, so we got to record some of those.
Yeah, because last time we did ads, you recorded all of them, and I had no input at all to anything.
I mean, that's how it'll be now, but it's just like both of us. I'll tell you, I say how high and you jump.
Well, I am a voice actor, so or I want to be a voice actor, I guess. I haven't done any paid gigs.
Let's do an anchor ad right now, and it'll be you as like a little mouse warrior guy.
No, shut up, James.
Yes, that's an inside joke for just us two.
James, amazing. My only news is I got a new computer.
Oh yeah.
I haven't plugged it in because I was supposed to get it yesterday, but FedEx was like, "We're delivering it today," and then they didn't even put it on the truck. So I sat there watching my fucking gate all day.
Yeah,
did not come, and I was just like, excuse me. And they were like, ooh, our bad. So it got delivered this morning.
I'd ask for my shipping back.
Huh? No.
Why not?
I don't, I mean, because like, I don't know. I don't know. I have my computer. I'm happy. I haven't taken it out of the box yet because it got here this morning and I immediately went to sleep because I got no sleep last night.
You were saying no sleep till bow now. Bam, bam, new PC.
Basically, so after that, I finally took a nap and then did some housework, and now I'm here. I'm very tired.
Hell yeah, brother.
I did take the time to watch all 6 episodes of the show that we watched, though.
I rewatched the first 3 or 4, and then because I watched the last 2 yesterday. So but I took notes to make sure I was like, hey, these are the plots on those ones.
Cool. Did not take any notes.
Oh man, little Corwyn.
Even though you said, Corwyn, you'll have to take notes, I was like, nah.
It's a good thing I did rewatch them and take notes.
Yeah, because I did not. I did not at all.
Quick thing. I got a lavalier mic for Nicole because we're doing another Darling Homebody Shopping Network on May 22nd.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday at some
3 days
time.
before my birthday.
Maybe, hey, head over there if you want some birthday gifts for yourself. Everything will be 20% off during the time of the shopping network.
May 22nd. And then we're doing This Movie's Gay. Our next episode will be on my birthday, I think, right?
Hopefully.
Yeah, 14 days. Our next episode will be on my birthday.
What movie are we doing? Can you tell
We're
the
not
public?
doing a movie. We're doing a TV show. We're going to be doing Love, Victor.
And that I'm not watching.
Because last year for my birthday, well, not last year, but the year before for my birthday, we did Love, Simon. So like, might as well do Love, Victor, right? That's what we did.
Yeah, I'm not doing the entire. We're not doing the entire season, are we?
Yeah, you have 2 weeks. Watch away, James.
How long are each episode?
I don't know.
They better be 22-minute eps.
Start watching.
Let me check.
I think they're not. I think they're an hour, honestly.
Oh, boy. Corwyn.
You have 2 weeks notice on this one.
When I said, hey.
Actually, you had a little longer than 2 weeks notice because I did tell you a few days ago that we're doing that on my birthday.
Well, because I didn't. I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to watch like the first 2 episodes.
Maybe
we'll chisel it away every single birthday. Two more episodes.
No. Just watch the whole thing.
I said Vegas in space for my birthday, which was like an 80-minute movie. And you're telling me I need to watch possibly nearly 8 hours of content. How are we going to talk about 8 hours of something in 50 minutes?
We're going to figure it out.
Like what? Figure it out like what?
We'll figure it out. Maybe a panel of 4 people? Name one of those 4 people, Corwyn. I don't know what you're talking about, James.
Danny Tamborelli, Lori Beth Dimber, Ding Dang Dude from All That, and Amanda Bynes. Throw the Big Show in there. The Figure It Out game show.
10 episodes.
Yes, there are 10. Oh, no, they're 24. Okay.
They're 30-minute each, yeah. So there you go. You only 5 hours of content.
Corwyn.
Well, a little less than 5 because you probably won't be watching the credits.
You want to know what then? My birthday, we're going back to the bed and breakfast. Yeah. I'd like to see you sit through that movie again. Corwyn.
An hour and a half of my life I will never be able to get back.
It's an hour 42. It should be an hour and a half.
Of my life that I would never be able to get back.
Even how much I stand Gay Bed and Breakfast of Terror, I still think some of the second act, you could shave off them doing Scooby-Doo walking around shit.
The beginning of them in the cars all saying the exact same thing. You could make a little montage of it instead of doing each one individually saying the same goddamn thing.
But then we wouldn't get that classic line of, where do you keep all those crystals? In your clit?
You could keep that line.
Okay. I think the nuance wouldn't be there.
There is no nuance.
I need to figure out.
Usually when there's nuance, there are things that are implied and there's a whole bunch put into it, not just give me 10 acting 1 scenes where 2 people are sitting in a car together. Literally felt like I was in college watching scenes.
Sometimes it was 3 people.
And in college, sometimes there's 3 people.
That's called a threesome, baby. That's a film term. Isn't it? The only time
I wouldn't know.
The only time I ever see threesome is in a video setting.
The only time you see a threesome?
The only time I ever see the word threesome is in a video setting, followed by MMF or MFF. FFF. I've never seen MMM.
Why?
It just has never come up in my feed.
The why was a rhetorical question to myself at this point. Anyway, the show that we did today or yesterday that I watched in one sitting that you too can watch in one sitting because they're very short. There's only 8 episodes. So it's
6.
2 hours? Oh, 6. There's only 6 episodes? So 2 hours?
Yes.
Why are you like this? It's something that I find myself saying to James constantly.
And in the same sense,
and in fact, I literally said it
characters.
to James earlier. In same sense, these characters.
I'm exactly like every single one of the main characters.
Amazing. Would you like to give the synopses?
I'm just going to read the Wikipedia one.
Do it.
Because why not? That gives a better rundown. Nope, we don't need what kind of sigh this is. 3 best friends navigate life in their early 20s, including work, fun, identity politics, hookups, and wild nights, and leave a path of destruction in their wake.
Literal path of destruction.
I love Australian comedy. It's great.
We have watched a lot of Australian things.
Have we?
I feel.
Oh, yeah, the Monster Pie trilogy.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there were other things that were Australian as well.
Well, we still need to watch Priscilla.
Yeah, we do need to watch Priscilla. We watched Tu Wong Fu, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we need to watch Priscilla. Ooh, we can do that soon.
We read 100 Facts of Pandas, which was written by an Australian.
Who?
Remember when we read 100 Facts About Pandas on this stream?
No, I do not recall that.
Oh, you might.
Was that a fever dream?
You might have been high, like last time. Corwyn, I can't see you. Are you still there?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Whew.
I was just using a vape.
I have been trying to find shows that I can watch without Nicole, because I will start watching a show and then Nicole will be like, I wanted to watch that show. And yeah, Nicole, that's exactly what you sound like. Maybe edit the podcasts
not.
And you'll be able to be like, oh yeah, that is how I sound like.
Nicole does not sound like that.
She does. She sounds like a Monty Python character.
But James, while I'm fucking at work, will just send me like 800 messages being like, hey, on this show I watched, they said this thing. It's really funny. And I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. Why don't you just fucking watch the show with me instead of sending me all these texts? Also, it is funny and I want to see it.
Perfect Nicole impression, wouldn't you say?
Shut the fuck
Oh, yeah, shoot. They can see, damn it.
They can literally see her talking into the mic, James, so...
But this show, I was
Foiled.
like, oh, I'll watch this because Nicole was like, I wanted to see Never Have I Ever. And then I was like, oh, hey, do you want to watch Never Have I Ever the following day? And she's like, what show is that? I'm like, the one you said you wanted to watch. And she goes, well, I didn't know the name of it. I just saw the trailer and said, I want to watch that.
I heard about the show right before it came out because I'm pretty sure one of the streamers I know is familiar with knows the actress that was Penny, or I don't know. I don't know. There's some connect. Someone told me about the show, and there was like a connection there, and I was like, oh, cool.
Hell yeah.
So I've been waiting to watch it, and I'm glad you were like, hey, what about this? Because I was like, oh yeah, definitely. I've been looking for an excuse to watch it.
And you found one in me.
I found one in you, James. I found one in you.
And they find rings inside of people in this show.
Oh my God.
It's the truth. So a little background of this show is it was written and created by 3 people. One is Penny, and then one is, I believe, one of the Auntie Donna men. But if you look at the reviews for this show, it's either 10 or 1, and all of the ones are generally saying, oh, Netflix pushing their agenda. And it's like, you understand that this show is satirizing this agenda that is being pushed. And also, a lot of people were very upset with the 5th episode, which is called The Infinite Mercy of God, for their portrayal of Muslim culture. And a lot of people are like, oh, there's no Muslim actors, there's no Muslim writers, this sucks. And then it's like I was like, wait, really? I need to look this up. One of the creators is like, this is, she wrote that episode. The character of Maya, is based off from her. And it's like, it's like, do your research before you complain. And it feels just like people who rebel against their religious upbringing, it's not them making fun of it. It's them saying this is their outlook and their experience with this, opposed to just being like, this is how it should be represented. But it's like, well, that's not their experience with the thing. And if you are talking about your firsthand experiences, yeah, do it.
Everyone's firsthand experiences are different. My experience with the Christian church was not a great one.
With what?
The Christian church.
Mine was pretty good. That's where I first learned. That's where I heard ICP for the first time.
I knew you were gonna say something.
About what? ICP?
Either about Satan or rap.
Oh, well, this is true. Like in youth group, someone was like, "Hey, you want to listen to this? I know you like rap. It's ICP." And as someone who is into like D12, I was like, "No, thank you. ICP sucks." And they're like, "No, man, check it out." Again, in the middle of a church, they are doing this, and then
had no idea most of the words you used, honestly.
And then they showed it to me. I was like, "It's fine. It's kind of corny." And then
you based your whole identity off it.
A few years later, I did. It's in a highlight, a Kingdom Hearts highlight, I think the most recent one. But Nicole is reading ICP lyrics, and I start crying during one of her readings. Because it's like their opus, like they have 6 Joker's cards. It's a whole story. And on the last Joker's card, the last song, they explain it all. And just... man, every time I listen to it, I either get goosebumps or start crying.
Proud of you, James. Proud of you for expressing your emotions in a healthy manner.
I was also voice modulated and auto-tuned, so I was crying in that.
I'm gonna need to watch that clip because I definitely missed that. Definitely missed that stream.
I'll send it to you and timestamp it so you get right to the goods.
Right to the voice modulated crying.
Yeah.
My highlights and clips are just me getting headshots on Fortnite. So I don't have very many.
Oh, no, you have a bunch, dude.
No. I need to go back and find some clips from this podcast because I need to make a raid video and stuff to be like, this is what the channel is, and I need to include this movie's gay since it's a huge part of why I made the channel in the first place. Yeah. I like that James is like, I don't know what to say, so I'm just gonna go, yeah.
That's my vocal pause.
It really is just your
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But it's not my Let everyone. We should make a Tim Allen from Tool Time emoji, and then people can spam that in the chat, and then we'll go.
Say no because I won't, because they'll spam.
Yeah, that's good.
They'll spam.
I just realized
spam.
The Twitch chat can sometimes be like when you're at a wedding and people are just dinging the glasses. It's like, please stop. Like that.
Yeah.
Just calm down.
I can't be calmed, James.
Okay.
Is my response to that when I'm dinging the glasses at a wedding.
Maybe.
Because I've had a little too much champagne and it's okay.
If Nicole and I ever got married and we had a reception, that would be off limits. If anyone started dinging, even if it was my grandmother, I would be like, you need to leave. I'm sorry.
What if it was me and TC?
I'd say, I'm sorry. You guys need to leave. Especially need to leave. Because if you start doing it and I let it slide, people will be like, oh, their friends are getting to do it. So yeah, let's start doing it too.
But what if we go and break everyone's glasses that do it after we do it?
No, we can't allow it.
But it's for the greater good.
No, what? To see us kiss? You're a freak, Corwyn.
No, to break champagne glasses from people that are being annoying.
I thought you meant you doing it first. Because it's creepy. I want to know who started that. It was probably a perv.
I like that you know, because you're talking about dinging glasses and the couple kissing or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know what that means.
I mean, I don't either. Wait, have you never seen it, or you just don't know the origins?
I've probably seen it, but it did not register in my mind as anything significant at all.
Yeah, I've always hated it. It's annoying. It's like, just let them friggin' eat. If you are at a reception, guys, do not bother the couple until they have eaten. Don't talk to them. Don't look at them. Let them eat, and then they will be much better off. You saw it in How I Met Your Mother, so put it in real life.
I mean, the only time I've ever like known about clinking the glass, like doing a little knife clink clink clink, is whenever people are going up to make speeches.
Oh, that's fine. Like as a form to get attention, but chat.
I've never seen it in any other sense.
Oh yeah, it can't be, because I've seen it in other forms of media, so it can't just be a Michigan thing. Chat, let us know.
No idea.
It's like one person starts dinging,
Twitter,
then a bunch of people start dinging, and then the bride and groom have to put down their fork and knife, swallow their food. Probably they should, swish around some water and spit it out, and then kiss each other.
I've literally never seen anyone do that before.
That's insane.
I've been to a few weddings as well. Never seen that, never experienced it.
I was about to say, like, this could be like a Billy thing to do, but you're from a Billy area as well.
What do you mean by Billy?
A hillbilly.
Oh.
It sounds like more fab, to say Billy.
a Billy area. And I was like, what?
Because I could,
is this some like rich people talk? What you talking about, James?
No, quite the opposite. Even though a hillbilly can be in Beverly Hills, I saw on a news report.
A news report?
Yeah, syndicated news report. There was this one man he shot and he got oil. Then he moved his family to Beverly Hills. It's weird that they syndicated news.
James, you wanted to do the show? Tell me something about the show.
All right. The first episode is I Love Gay. All the episode titles are quotes from someone saying, and out of context, you're like, the fuck? Even I Love Gay out of context is, what the fuck? So some of the stuff I enjoyed in this episode, let me think of the direct story beats. The Penny is teaching her
coworkers,
like, it's okay to talk about your emotions as a man, because she works in coding, which means
at work
she is the only woman there. Then Austin what is Austin doing? I think Austin's just not, like, he doesn't have a main storyline. And then Mia, what is Mia up to? She lost her job. Oh, she's getting a bunch of jobs. That's her story.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Austin, the only thing we really have about him is that he lost his ring.
Yes, and we find that out after he does a drag performance as Jean-Benet Ramsey.
Yep.
It's good. But she's doing this PowerPoint, and it's very funny of, like, it's poorly photoshopped slides, and it's very funny. Guys, watch this show. It's good. I found out about men sheds. I guess there's not man caves. There's men sheds maybe in Australia. Or this was just for this single absurdist joke. Because she's like,
I have
hey,
no idea. I'll ask around.
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you know.
You have a lot of Australian fans.
Fans.
Stay unhumble, bro. Fans.
Friends, James.
We also find out that this is like setting up another storyline down the line. This was mainly I have quotes, but Mia, is it Mia or Maya? I cannot remember.
I think it's Mia. Okay,
Mia. Let's go Mia. Mia says to Penny, like, hey, have you gotten your moon cup set up? And then she's like, no. I haven't gotten that. And she's like, dude, it's so, you need to. It's like, think of all the tampons you've thrown away and they end up in the ocean. They're just
sticking together and making a giant tampon island.
Yes, like the otters who hold hands while they sleep.
Yep.
That's the quote.
Are you going episode by episode, or are you skipping around? Because the Moon Cup thing, I have words.
I was thinking about going episode by episode, but let's get into the Moon Cup thing.
Well, no, if you're going episode by episode, let's finish out this episode. Basically, Penny thinks one of her coworkers is homophobic because he doesn't like Drag Race, or he doesn't watch Drag Race, and he doesn't do a lot of things that are typically ascribed to queer men and queer culture. So she thinks he's homophobic and talks to her boss about it and all this other stuff, and come to find out that man is either bi or gay. I don't know if he says specifically if he's gay. I don't remember.
And we find this out because he confronts him and is like, oh, you suck, this, that. And then Austin looks over, they're at a bar, and he's like, oh no. And then Mia comes up and she's like, oh, what's up? Austin goes, yeah, I was fully in that man. That's who I lost my ring in.
Grandmother's ring in that man.
There was a piece of me and now a piece of my grandmother in there. Yeah, but she gives him a poster after like she berates this man that says, I am disgusting and shouldn't exist. So like in the context that we now know he is gay, it seems like she is telling him that.
Yeah, and earlier when she told her boss immediately called him in to have a conversation, and like the conversation ended very great or whatever, and the guy was happy, and she was like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. So she said she works with a bunch of homophobes, which, I mean, like, I could see, I mean, her way of going about it and all of that, yeah, definitely wrong, but I could see where she would infer that.
Yeah.
Just the because of the way her talking about emotion thing was sidetracked and like derailed, and just like being in an environment that was just specifically a bunch of men who are coding. Yeah.
Also, there is a small storyline on this where Mia finds out that like she can femdom these coders. But the way in which she does it, she's like texting,
extorting them.
She's texting this man who's the boss at this coding place of like, pay me $200 or I'll fucking kill you. And then he's like, please stop, please. And Austin looks at it and he's like, oh, this man does not want this. And she's like, no, the more angry and vicious you are, the more they get off on it. And she just does not understand the concept of femdoming to properly do it.
I mean, I don't either, but okay. That was hell. I did laugh at that. It took me a second to get into the show.
Oh, same.
Because it's definitely like a few of the moments and the jokes and things are a little grating, especially because it's satirizing, like, you know, all the stuff that it is. So It's like a fine line of like pointing out the ridiculousness of like, you know, Penny having all male coworkers. Why? But then also like sort of like pivoting too far into being like woke, as they say in the show. Mm-hmm. It was a little rough to get into at first, but I did eventually get into it, and I did overall sort of enjoy the series.
I think,
and we'll watch a season 2.
I think the last 3 episodes where it seems like we're getting more of an outlook of the people instead of it like being so hard hitting. Like we're going nihilistic outlooks at life and everything is shit. So let's make fun of what is currently in the zeitgeist right now. And they then like putting them in Seinfeld-esque situations where it's like, how are they going to get out of this? But, and like, if people just like stopped, thought about it for a second, then it would be, and like communicated, it would be solved. And I like the back half very much.
Yeah.
Because you start to like these unlikable characters a little bit more. Or maybe,
I mean, they're not like completely, they're not unlikable. Like they have their moments.
Yeah, but okay, just because like a toxic person gives you a gift sometimes doesn't mean they're still unlikable. Like it doesn't mean they're likable now.
Well, you said unlikable. I mean, part of the problem with like knowing whether someone's toxic or not, and like a lot of people having relationships and being friends with like very toxic people, is that toxic people aren't necessarily unlikable.
Okay. Well, I'll make a defense. We could probably go on every single episode, and I could say like, this is why this person is unlikable. Especially Mia. Like Mia is, or at least is very selfish, and there are, you know, in the first episode, the femdoming thing. The second episode, what was that even about? The late stage capitalism. That is you want to know what? They were pretty, they were nice, Austin and her, because they were bonding together for the
moon cup.
Yes.
If any of my friends ever got a moon cup or such device stuck in them and they were like, Corwyn, please help me. I'd be like, all right, we're going to the doctor. I'm not.
Austin says that though.
I know, but then he proceeds to help her, and I'm like, nah.
Well, yeah, because she said, oh, last time I went for this issue, they said you're lying, and they didn't believe her. I would help someone in this situation because my spiraling thoughts of like, oh my God, I'm unhealthy. What's wrong with me? Oh, my leg hurts. Is that cancer? Would be the same of like, oh my God, if we don't get this out, they're going to die immediately. We're on a ticking time bomb right now.
See, I would bring them to the doctor, and then if the doctor didn't move them, I'd scream at the doctor.
Oh yeah. That's actually
that would be my go-to. I was like, wow, Austin's a real one.
Him, after they get it out, so she's had a moon cup, a menstrual cup, diva cup in her for over 16 hours. She can't get it out, and she says she has a very long vagina, and trying in multiple situations. She also says, oh, it's like pink and it's long, and he like looks up from her skirt and goes, everything is pink down here. After they get it out, they got it out on the couch, and he goes, I didn't expect it to be so jammy.
Nicole.
That was Nicole laughing in the background. And then she's like, I ruined your couch? And then he goes, not if we get it all chip chop cheerio. Also, so one of the things in this story was that Austin had an older gay man who he needs to hide from Penny because he's a more conservative. So as they're talking throughout this entire episode, they'll be like, she's like, I need help with my vaginal health right now. And then in the background, you hear an older man go, ew, vaginal, gross. And then also, what?
And then Austin will defend him by saying like, he sucked the first dick at Stonewall. Things like that. He
also went in from the background, you hear, period, ooh, yucko. It was good.
Ew, yucko. Periods aren't ew, yucko. They're a natural body process. I was cackling whenever they got it out, and it was like blood on the couch, and then Penny went and sat down on it, and then stood up and was like, I got my period.
Yeah, she
had a bad day. I was like,
Yeah, she sat down and she's like, I had the worst day ever.
The way they just stared at her when she sat down, though, they didn't attempt to stop her or be like, you sat it. They were just like,
You want to know it now? That's a bad thing they did.
That is a bad thing they did. Yeah. That's a bad thing they did. I understand them not saying anything, but you should say something.
But I mean, maybe she like, if all of a sudden, like, hey, my last period was 2 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden you think you get your period, that's an alarming thing, right? Because that's your cycle so thrown out of whack. I'm assuming. Chat? We haven't had a lot of chatters today.
I mean, you could. I do not have a vagina, so I do not have that experience.
I'm asking chat. Nicole, may I ask you this question?
What?
If you had your period and then 2 weeks later, like in this situation where she sat down, thinks she got her period, would you be like, oh my God, why is this so early?
I mean, I wouldn't be that. I would just be like, oh, that's weird.
Nicole said, I wouldn't be that. I'd just go, that's weird.
I feel like that would be a pretty common response. Maybe.
Again, I'm scared of everything that happens in my body. So if I were a woman, I would probably do that. Be scared. So Penny has had a bad day because she went to go work at set up a program to help this company schedule things and do invoices, whatever you call that. I forget that name. I've been out of the corporate life for a few years. And in doing so, all of the women there are not the technicians. All they do are the paperwork. And she has them like fight for themselves, but ends up getting them all fired because the guy's like, oh, if the computers can do all of this stuff, I don't even need the women. You're right. So
she gets literally everyone fired.
There are times when it's like, oh, the men are like creeps and rude in this. One of the I like that they did this instead of showing like a hot woman. And in hot, I mean stereotypically hot woman. Instead, there's a pregnant worker, like very pregnant, and these men are lusting after her of like, oh yeah, she's like 8 months along. I was like, that's refreshing.
That's not refreshing, James.
I mean, in a comedy standpoint, it's refreshing to see because pregnant women, their bodies be banging.
I mean, I just would not like anyone to be objectified, but unless they would like to be objectified, you know. You wanted a short episode today and you are trolling along. We need to move it on.
Well, that's pretty much all my notes from the second episode.
Episode.
Next one is dick or pussy of color, which out of context, I was like, how does that sentence even work? But then when it's in context, Mia is trying to decolonize her pussy because
exact quote from the show.
Yes, please know that is a direct quote. She she's like, I'm a magnet for white penis. And she goes on this date of this guy who is so dense of like not understanding this woman wants to just have sex. He keeps talking about, oh, I have my own apartment. My parents bought it for me and all these gross things. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's where I record my podcast, Food for Thor. And I was like, oh, my God. Ugh. Disgusting. I'd smack that man. Food for Thor. Gross. It's about Marvel Cinematic Universe. Maybe they also eat food. I don't know. He didn't get all of what he needed out. But then Penny is like, should I decolonize my pussy? And then she's like, that's fetishization. Don't do that. And then goes, or I guess you could like frame it as reparations. And then says, but is your pussy like, do you have really good pussy? Because it needs to be good. And then Penny's like, gets kind of sad about maybe not having that good.
I have no comments.
But then they go out to a club, but Austin he's clearly depressed. And
very depressed.
He's trying to get motivated, so he Googles how to motivate yourself, which is eat healthy, take a nice hot shower.
How to motivate yourself when nothing's wrong and you just... So it was a whole thing. I was like, oh, that was me like 3 weeks ago.
And then also exercise. And I believe eating healthy was just eating a bunch of candy.
Dry ramen noodle. He literally took a dry packet of ramen noodles, sprinkled the powder over it, and then took a big ass bite.
Then taking a hot shower was sitting down in a shower while drinking a glass of alcohol.
Yep.
And then exercise? Wasn't it just him like
yoga? But not yoga. It was like he was watching a video on how to do a handstand, but it looked like he was just doing a yoga pose, and then it was like, and now you're doing a handstand, and it was like, well, that's not what you were doing.
That was good. There was a bartender that was very forward, and he goes, he says to Penny, he's like, "Oh, drink this. It'll put some fizz in your slit." And it's like, ugh, don't say that.
I also was very confused by that line.
And then she's talking to a guy, Penny, and then the guy's kind of ignoring her right near the bar, and the bartender screams, "How are you not coming in your pants? Just standing by ya." That's a terrible accent. I shouldn't have even tried. You shouldn't
have tried.
Oh,
Stop, James, stop. Just
that's my British accent.
Speed through these notes.
You want to hear my Michigan accent?
It's just you talking.
Yeah, asshole. You want to go get me a Verner's? I don't know. I should just be talking. And then just whenever I say the A, say E. You can't compare boobs to hemorrhoids. And that's about all I had for that episode. The next
Penny
one...
gets upset that she doesn't know Mia's real name. Because in her culture, they don't tell anybody their real name. Except for close family. But Mia's friends know it. So Penny was upset because it was like her best friend and she doesn't know that. And it's like, don't get upset. It's not your thing to get upset about.
Yeah, and she screams, "Hey, yeah, you want to know what? You guys know her real names, but I can be Mia's favorite white person."
Yeah.
And you can't compare boobs to hemorrhoids. The fourth episode, I think, is the fourth and the sixth episode, I think, are the best. This one is called Hey Rich Baby. Mia does just horrific things to one individual's life. There's this person called Maddie Uwu, and she's like a cosplayer and is someone who says Uwu, U-W-U. Whoa, man, that's 4 U's. Just call it quadruple U. And proceeds to set up this like 19-year-old on an OnlyFans or a Patreon.
No, it was a Patreon.
And says like, hey, you can start like taking money from these disgusting men and make cash. But in the process, she had tweeted out a picture clearly showing where they worked. So she pretty much doxed this person, but takes no responsibility for this. Ends up getting this woman's life very altered because the thought police or whatever the fuck those assholes are called, those assholes are called. Yeah, just ruins this person's life for probably a while.
Her online presence gone.
But then also like this job that she had at this restaurant, she says, "Oh no, because Mia wants to have sex with a regular who comes in, but the regular ends up being into Maddie Uwu." She's like, "Oh nope, don't ever come in. You got fired, and our boss is mad." Even though the boss,
she quit and the boss mad.
Yeah.
Even though the boss is not mad.
Yes, yeah, quit, not fired. Yeah, so no, thank you. That's mean. What else? Mia is sucking ketchup off from a French fry and keeps doing it. Takes a new French fry, dips it in ketchup, sucks off the ketchup, keeps the fry on the outside, disposes of the fry. It's disgusting and wasteful, and I didn't enjoy seeing it once.
I didn't even notice that.
Oh, man. That's why you got to have a second pair of eyes on these TV shows.
James, you keep bringing your notebook in front of the camera, and it has made you, you're blurry.
Hey, I'm a blurry boy. Also,
blurry boy.
Austin needs a new routine for his drag, and he's like, what can I do? And Penny goes, well, what are you? Like, what defines you? And he goes, gay. And then Penny's like, and then he goes, gay boy. And it's like, okay. And then they do a vision board, and her vision board is like a bunch of stuff of what she wants. And then when Austin turns around his, all it is a small board with in like cutout font saying diamonds are forever, and then an advertisement of a disembodied hot man in underwear, no head, just ripped abs, nice chest, and then bulging underwear. And I thought that was great and funny.
My vision board.
My vision board is just a tombstone.
James!
I said to my mom, I was talking to her on Mother's Day, and we were talking about me turning 30, and I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to be forever 29, Mom. And she's like, oh, yeah, just like I've been 39 for some odd years. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm meaning like I'm going to join the like 29ers club. And then I was like, oh, Mom, I don't think you get what I'm meaning. I'm saying I'm going to kill myself. And she's like, nope. Stop talking like that. Shut up. And I was like, mother.
Shut up, James. I'm with your mom on this one.
Oh, you would be.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably paying you just to be my friend.
Tell her last check was late, by the way.
No. And then the next one is The Infinite Mercy of God. This is Mia dealing with, or it's during Ramadan, and her having to like be around people that she doesn't vibe with in the religion, and Penny saying like, no, man, they're cool. Her hanging out with them and the dynamic of that. And then the last episode is I Will Not Speak for the Entire Queer Community. I think this is the best episode along with the fourth one. It is about a artist who is like in real time being canceled as Mia and Penny are going to a live drawing event at a theater that this artist is doing. And Austin is the artist relationship agent at this theater to help this artist. Like he's in charge of like everything on the writer and making sure this person is properly handled.
Yeah. I thought it was really funny that Mia was like, oh, I speak for this whole community. And then the moment they tried to get Austin to talk about the whole gay community, he was like, I do not speak for the entire gay community.
There was some, like all of the posters they kept, or the street art that they kept seeing by Ranks was very funny.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Because they were like, how is this
a lot?
How is this guy allowed to do this? And then at the end, they're looking at it's the artist who got canceled, covered in cat shit and litter, and just like with big boobs, and they're like, why does
the line art though?
Yes, they go the line art, and then they're like, yes, he has very good line art.
Yeah, it was a very. That when you said Seinfeld, it was a very like that-esque episode, I feel. Just like of shenanigans with two different characters or two different like groups of characters trying to come together, and yeah. It was just a lot. The show overall I enjoyed. There were definitely some moments that were like a little grating, but comedies of this genre generally are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would recommend.
It definitely feels like people who are in this, it's not an outsider making fun of these things. It is people within the communities making fun and poking fun of themselves.
Yes.
So it seems genuine opposed to hurtful.
Exactly, and I think that's why that's why I was like, okay with watching it. And even though like some of the jokes were grating to me, a lot of it was nice to see, especially like with the representation on screen. I think they did really well with that.
Chip. Corwyn, what you got to plug?
I really have nothing else to say. All I have is follow my theater company on Twitter and everything, Sawbucks Theater. And yeah, follow me on Twitch at Corwinning, and Instagram and Twitter and all that at Corwinning. Follow our podcast on Twitter and Instagram at This Movie's Gay. Those are my plugs. Go ahead, James.
Also, if you just watch on Twitch, we got maybe 60 other episodes just in podcast form. Go back, listen to those. You'll be able to find new music, new movies to love and to watch. So, what's up?
Yeah. And also, like, for the Twitch thing, my birthday, we mentioned it earlier, is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. This is Tuesday, May 11th. So my birthday is on the 25th. I will be doing a 12-hour stream on Twitch. So I'll be streaming before the podcast and after the podcast and during the podcast, obviously. We'll be talking about Love Victor. So give the show a watch. Watch all the episodes. Make fun of James for not wanting to watch all the episodes. And then come hang out and talk with us. And yeah, that's what I got. Go ahead, James.
Hey guys,
bring it home.
Just one thing. Go over to patreon.com/MLM pod, where you'll get exclusive podcasts, engage with Nicolas Cage, talking about Blade, the Toku reading corner, and the podcast that be I see it in the chat. That is very helpful for me to just read off what is going on.
I do that almost every time. The only time I don't do it is when I forget.
Hey, it was nice this time. That's $5 a month, and you get all those podcasts. If you sign up, you even get the last, 54 weeks of all of this Patreon content. And it's like, whoa, $5, and I get to feed back and dive into that back catalog. Yeah, baby, that's all you. So please check that out. Listen to my rap. Oh, wait, no, you want to know what? Don't listen to my rap music under Marshland Monster. I want you to hear these shout outs to our $10 patrons who get shout outs every single free feed podcast. And they also get exclusive streams and watch alongs on the Patreon. So let's give a big shout out to Steve F.
Steve F, aka Hit People Guy.
Eric Berry of
Ranger Command Power Hour.
Alex Z, a.k.a. The Waz.
The Waz.
Orion. He's a rapper named Defo and will be on Mostly Speaking Sentai this week.
Nice. Defo.
Kayla, a.k.a. Two Grapes.
Two Grapes.
Duo Grunfox, that's...
Two Fox for the price of grind.
Yeah. Tyler Wright. Elliot W.
Wright. Elliot W, a.k.a. Garlic Sunshine.
And Jordan B.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the Chaos
Witch.
Heck yeah, brother.
Heck yeah.
I've been James.
I've been Corwyn. Thank you for being here. I highly recommend the show. Go watch it. And then we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.
James, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm trying to eat my top lip so I can be a who already.
Okay, well, that's a mood, I guess.